Hello, and welcome to this tutorial on the LunaRecycle Phase 2 Milestone Round Preliminary Demonstration Proposal. I'm Elisa Ferguson, and I work with NASA on the design and operation of this challenge. We appreciate your interest in this challenge, and we look forward to seeing your solutions. Next slide. Today, we'll walk through the Preliminary Demonstration Proposal template. All teams are required to submit a preliminary demonstration proposal. The purpose of this document is to help NASA and the challenge administrators plan for the final round demonstration. Please note that this proposal will not be judged, and it will not impact your score at all. It's only for informational purposes. If you're submitting both a prototype and a digital twin, you can address both demonstrations in a single preliminary demonstration proposal document. Finally, you can find the template that we're walking through today on the Resources page of the Challenge website and on the Resources and Files tab of the submission platform. Now let's turn to the template. You'll see that this template is a short document with a list of questions. These are intended to give the challenge administrators a better idea of how you plan to demonstrate your solution if you're invited to compete in the final round. You should save and submit your preliminary demonstration proposal as a PDF document. There's no limit on the number of pages for your answers, but we expect that you'll be able to answer everything within a few pages or less. Finally, we understand that you may not have the final answers to all of these questions, and that some of your answers may evolve as you develop your prototype. That's completely fine. Just give the best answers you can at this point in time. Teams that are invited to compete in the final round will have an opportunity to update this proposal. Now we'll look at the individual questions. The first section addresses your prototype solution. We'd like you to describe what hardware systems, subsystems, and components you intend to demonstrate and their approximate mass and volume. If you know what interfaces you'll use, please provide those as well. Next, we're asking for an overview of your concept of operations for one cycle of your process, including approximately how long it will take to complete one cycle. Next, we'd like to know which eligible trash items you intend to recycle, how many batches you plan to demonstrate, and what will be the composition of your batch. You'll remember from the challenge rules that teams may demonstrate up to 3 batches, and the minimum batch requirements are also defined in detail in the challenge rules. Next is a question about pre-processing. Teams will have an option at the demonstration to demonstrate any pre-processing that's part of their solution, or to use an alternative method for pre-processing. We would like you to indicate which approach you plan to use at the demonstration. Then we're asking you to provide some details about your outputs and how they'll be handled at the demonstration, including whether your demonstration will result in any potentially hazardous materials or other safety issues. If there are any unique resources that you'll need for your demonstration, we're asking you to list those here. At this point, we cannot guarantee that we'll be able to provide all of the unique resources requested, but we'll be working closely with teams in the final round to address any unique needs. Finally, we'd like to know how many team members you intend to bring to the demonstration. Teams demonstrating only a prototype may bring up to 4 team members, and teams demonstrating both a prototype and a digital twin may bring up to 6 team members. Now, if you're only submitting a prototype solution, you're done with the preliminary demonstration proposal. If you're also submitting a digital twin solution, there are a few additional questions to answer. In the digital twin section, please tell us which of the 2 off-nominal scenarios your team intends to demonstrate. Again, you'll be able to update your answer later if you're invited to compete in the final round. Next, Will you require any unique resources to demonstrate your digital twin? And finally, how many team members will present and demonstrate the digital twin? Now let's return to the slides for some final reminders. Before we leave you, here are a few important reminders. If you haven't already, please be sure to complete your registration at the Institute of Competition Sciences platform. Just because you've created your team on the platform doesn't mean that you're fully registered. All teams must also complete and sign a team agreement and upload their proof of citizenship and proof of insurance or financial responsibility. You can see the challenge rules for more information about these items, and you can review the rules and all the submission templates at the challenge website, lunarecyclechallenge.ua.edu. We've also created separate tutorial videos for the prototype submission, digital twin submission, and a walkthrough of the submission platform. Don't forget that the deadline for submissions is January 22nd, 2026 at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you have questions, check out the FAQs at the challenge website or email us at lunarecycle@ua.edu. Thank you for watching this tutorial and thank you for competing. We look forward to seeing your submissions in January.